Okay, let's be real for a sec. Have you ever found yourself stuck, wondering, should I say this book or that book? Well, you're not alone. Let's stop the guessing game right now and get this sorted out for good.
All right, so these words we're talking about, this, that, these, and those, they have a fancy name. Demonstratives. But don't let that fool you. All it really means is that you're kind of pointing with your words. And the best part? You only need to remember two super simple rules to master them: distance and number. Seriously, that's it.
Okay, so let's jump right into rule number 1, which is all about distance. I mean, the only question you really need to ask yourself is the thing I'm talking about near me or is it far away? We'll start simple, with just a single item.
The rule here is actually super simple. If something is close to you, like right beside you or maybe even in your hand, you use the word this. But if it's way over there, somewhere you have to point to, that's when you use that.
So for example, if I'm holding a pen, I'd say, this pen is in my hand. And why do I say this? Simple, because it's right here with me, close enough to touch. Now, what about the opposite? Let's say you see a car way down at the end of the street. You'd point and say, that car is down the street. You can't touch it from where you are, so it's far away. The easiest way to remember this is here and that is there. Okay, that's simple enough for one object, right? But what happens when we're talking about more than one thing? A whole group of things? Well, that brings us to rule number 2. Let's see how this works.
And this is where our other two words finally come into play. When you have a bunch of things right here, close by, this becomes these. And when you've got a group of things that are far away, that turns into those. So you'd say, I love these books on my desk, but you'd look out the window and say, look at those birds in that tree.
Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This and these can sound almost the same, right? Especially when you're talking fast. But don't you worry, because I've got this awesome little secret trick that is going to make sure you never, ever confuse them again.
Okay, so take a really close look at our two plural words, those and those. You see it? Do you see what they both have in common? It's that two-letter ending. Yep, that is the entire secret, right there. So here's the trick. That SE at the end, just think of it as meaning some extra. It's the perfect little reminder that you're talking about more than one thing. You've got some extra items. So from now on, if the word ends in SE, you know it's plural. How awesome is that for remembering?
But wait, there's more. These words are actually even more powerful than we've let on. They don't just point to things in space, they can also point to moments in time. Let's take a quick look at this cool little bonus rule.
Believe it or not, the exact same logic of distance applies here. Just think about it. The present is near us, right? It's happening right now, so we use this. For instance, this is a really interesting topic. But the past and the future, well, they're far away from right now, so for those we use that. You might look back and say, that was such a fun vacation, talking about the past.
All right, so we've covered distance, we've covered number, and we even threw in a bonus round on time. Let's lock all of this information in by putting it all together in one simple, easy-to-remember guide.
And there it is, the whole shebang all in one place. For one single thing, it's this if it's near and that if it's far. And for more than one thing, remember our trick, some extra, it's these for near and those for far. So every single time you need to choose one of these words, just ask yourself those two questions. 1, is it near or far? And 2, is it just one, or are there some extra?
And just like that, the guessing game is over. You don't need to guess anymore because now you have the system. By just remembering those simple rules of distance and number, you've basically mastered demonstratives. So my question to you is, what other confusing part of English grammar are you ready to conquer next?